Hey, welcome everybody. Midrift here with you. So today's 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back everybody. Midrift here with you. Today's episode is brought to you by my parking lot. So thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna get started on a couple of repairs and a little bit of maintenance, some minor stuff on my Triumph. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things. First thing, we're going to look at the clutch safety switch. So again, today I was out, bike started fine in the morning, shut it off, and I had to jump start my bike 3 times today. So that was awesome because I stalled it twice, of course, but I had to start it up again. So there seems to be enough juice in the battery because the computer system, the fuel pump, everything functions normally, and it does turn over. It just, there seems to be some bad connectivity, and then it just tells the computer, I guess, to stop cranking the engine. So when I took the safety switch briefly off, there seems to be this film that's built up on it. So I had taken it apart earlier in the year and cleaned it, and it helped tremendously. So I don't know what that film is or what the cause is, so if anybody knows, put it down in the comments. I greatly appreciate that. Knowledge is power. But going forward, I'm going to clean it off again, see if that fixes the issue, at least for now, and I can look at getting a replacement switch, or maybe Triumph design a better one later on. Anyway, moving forward, we're going to hook up the Veepeak ODB check Bluetooth to the bike because I have a engine light that's been on for a couple of years now, and don't know what it is, but it hasn't affected the performance, but I'd like to know, so I picked it up. We'll check it out, hook it up, and we'll discover that together. And the second thing is I have a replacement LED headlight from DZG. My other one went out about a month ago, so I've only been running a single light. The company contacted them right away off Amazon. The lights are 2 years warranty. They sent me a new one right away, no qualms. So if you're in the market, so far I've had a great experience with these lights. I'll do a review on them a little later in a future video. Anyway, let's get going. So this switch isn't very difficult. There's a lock on the underside of the bar, and I'll try to take you under. So if you can see there's a hole, a little access hole. You just push it. I'm sure the sun's in your eyes, sorry about that. Here we have it in here. The wires seem to be okay. The switch comes apart, so you look for this tab here. Don't be fooled by this, that's deception. So I just apply a little light pressure and pull the tabs apart, and voila, it comes apart. Now be careful, there's small pieces in there, so that comes apart. There's a spring in there, and then there's the switch itself, and then in there's the little metal tabs. So yeah, they seem to be very well rounded. And there's this weird film on them. I don't know why, but we'll clean them off. I got a little bit of sandpaper here with me, and then even on the pin there's a little bit of gunk and grime. It doesn't, so there's the pin there. It doesn't feel smooth. This is the part that contacts your clutch lever and pushes it in. So yeah, whoop, there goes the spring. So just be careful when you're dealing with this stuff. It can be quite troublesome. I don't know, were people like starting their bikes and just stuff was taken off, or was this these safety switches, or was this just a good idea by somebody that thought it was a good way to go? Because you pull the clutch in anyway and start it. This is just another thing to go wrong on new machines, any machine really. And you got the side stand safety switch, so I mean, it's safety upon safety upon safety. I don't know if it's necessarily needed or warranted, but I mean, it's just my thoughts on it. Those that has a Triumph or just any other bike and has had issues with their safety switch, let me know, because I'm kind of curious to see if this is just a recurring problem or if it's just a brand specific problem, because I don't know what the other manufacturers do for their safety switch. But okay, so it appears that there is an app, Tune ECU. I know I downloaded it for a laptop previously. The app for the phone is $14.99. So I'm kind of stuck right now with this safety switch here. So I'm gonna do some research on that. And okay, everybody, welcome back. So I went in, did some research, found out that the best app out there is Tune ECU. So that's what we're gonna discover with on my Android phone. I didn't look any for an iPhone, but again, I'll include the links of the pages that I used, the YouTube videos that I referenced to get me to this far, which then pointed out, going back to this clutch safety switch upon safety. There's some articles on a Triumph forum that say that on certain models or certain years of the Street Triple, that this is used for more than just the clutch safety. Therefore, you just can't simply bypass it. That being said, further pointed that I actually, when I took it apart, I dropped some pieces. So let me back up a little bit. So this morning, slowly going back to work, right, in the COVID-ness, and I went to work this morning, and I pulled in to the parking lot. First day, new job situation. No, similar job, different location. Anyway, I pulled in, checked in, and found out that I actually, where the parking was, went to go start my bike, didn't start. So it started fine at my house this morning, did not, and so I had to jump it, roll start it, because there was enough power to power the ECU. I mentioned before. Parked the bike, went in, did my day of work, came back out, and again had to jump it, and I stalled it twice. Yeah, rookie move, eh? So I had to run start it twice, and it's hard to do on the best of times, I think, especially with your gear on, and it was flat. I couldn't find a hill, so I was like, let me just run as fast as I can and get it going. So I did. Anyway, long story short, that's where we are now. So I'm gonna first reassemble this clutch safety switch. I got the Tune ECU. So a note on that is this Veepeak cost me, I think, $25 Canadian, and the app was $15. So and apparently, when I was watching the videos, the research, one of the people mentioned that the check engine light comes on when you change your oil, and that's why you take it into Triumph, and they will charge you, I don't know how much, probably 60. They reference $60. It could be a little more, a little less, depending on where you are. Anyway, I think it's definitely more than $30. So definitely, if you're thinking about getting a tuner or getting a reader for your bike, this is probably a wise investment. Anyway, further, that could be the issue, because about 2 years ago I did change my oil and the light came on and has not come off. But as I mentioned, it didn't impact the performance of the bike. So what is it? There you are. Oh, there. Okay, there we go. So nothing is contacting anything. Like, what's my... Oh! So it's compressed and then it comes out. Oh, see, this is why I'm not an engineer, folks. Okay, so in this clutch lever, so it sits flush against like this, and then when you pull the clutch in, the pin actually moves out like that. So I have it as the assumption that when I pulled the lever in, it pushed the pin in. That is incorrect. Okay, everybody, so take a look at that. So it connected up. The issue was when I had this switch apart, it wasn't making a solid connection. So look, that's my screen right now. Let's check it out. Error codes. P0031. What is it? Lambda sensor heater. Short circuit to negative. Open circuit. But look, it'll show you what gear you're in. Goes to 1. Okay, folks, so it's getting nighttime here. So cool. I don't know. Both headlights work now. I didn't change it. I'm not sure if maybe what's going on there, so I'll keep running. I'm really happy that the ECU worked. So if you're out there, look for Veepeak. It worked on my bike. Tune ECU, the app. It's got stuff you can load different maps on for the bike. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but I'll stay tuned. I'm going to do a lot more research before I start playing with my air fuel mixtures, my throttles. Like, my luck, I'll probably erase the bike or it'll turn into a time machine. One of the two. Anyway, that being said, it's definitely somewhere in this safety switch, so I'll maybe peel back some wires. I may have twisted it and caused it to short or something in this harness, or just right here at the start. So I'm gonna tomorrow take my multimeter, peel back some wires, take a look and test to see where some faults are, and then I'm gonna look up that code. So there'll be a part 2, possibly a part 3. It's definitely going to be a multi-part series for this little Triumph thing, but I'm really happy on how it turned out. Even though I didn't get to the end, some things worked and I'm impressed with that. So okay, so just a quick note with the ECU for Veepeak. It worked for my Triumph on the Triumph Kinahan. So that's the one I connected to, and that's the one I was able to read. So I am going to do some more research to see if there's a difference and see which one I should use. But anyway, sticking around this long, so down in the comments below, let me know what some of your most frustrating small jobs on a motorcycle were. This one so far is it for me. Anyway, thanks again, and have a good day. Well, I guess night, so have a good night, and keep it between the ditches. Okay, till next time, bye.